top 5 underrated anime. Alright? I got One Piece at number 5. It was really underrated for a long time, y'all. A long time. And then that live action came out and people started riding its nuts. Like that bandwagon. Boy, I've been on One Piece since 2012, man. I've been on that bitch for, 12 years. Since I was 13. Since I was, like, in 7th grade, man. One Piece is, like, great anime. Nigga, I have it number 1. Like, if the United States was like the East blue and the West blue and like the world of One Piece, I got it like this. It's like this, y'all. Alright? You gotta, cut the United States in half by using the Mississippi River, alright? And then you use whichever interstate goes across like the whole country and shit to cut it in half the other way. And then you got the Northeast, which is the East Greens. That's where I live. I live in the East Greens. Because I'm like, yeah, I love Luffy and shit. He's my favorite One Piece character. I live in the East Greens. That's like the Northeast of the United States. And then like Florida and down south in the South. That's the South Blue. There's some people I gotta see in the South Blue. I gotta, try to run niggas down there in Florida. I'm trying to live in Florida like in a couple, like 3 to 4 years live in Florida. Yeah, that's where I'm trying to be. That's my vision. But yeah, man, I said, that's like the South Greens. And then you got the West Greens. Niggas over there in like the West Greens and stuff. Hey, man, there's some like demons over there. I'm not gonna lie. Like through astrology and whatnot. Calm down, yo. And it is over there in like, Arizona, Southern California area. Like, calm down, y'all. And like I pray to all like the Christians and stuff out there. Like, y'all, like I hope y'all holding down, all right. Like as far as Americans go, because I know that there's like illegals and stuff that go over there. But that's like the West Greens, and then I got like the North the North Greens is like Oregon and all that stuff. And One Piece is like different. It's like oceans and stuff, alright? East Blue, West Blue, and then the Grand Line and the New World and whatnot. It's a great big world in One Piece. There's the government and they do fucked up shit to people, like enslave them and manipulate them, and, they tax them and rake them in taxes. Like, man, yeah, turn this, turn this bitch red real quick. That's all the Green Angel's telling you. Turn this bitch red from blue. And like niggas in Pennsylvania, man, if you do anime in Pennsylvania, you need to get in touch with me. That's all I'm saying. If you're an anime head, you gotta get with me. One Piece was underrated for a long time, but the wave's back, brother. And I'm like for that. I'm for that all the way. I got my One Piece hat and all that stuff. But man, I had to get on here and start doing YouTube because, man, Akira Toriyama died. That was like our daddy and stuff. For people who didn't like have, dads around growing up. That was like our father. He made that good shit, man. Like for like generations of kids, nigga, not just me. Nigga, I was born in 99. He was like that father for like the kids born in like the 80s. So I said, man, that's, I had to go do something. I had to like make YouTube videos. One Piece is like greater than that. So like, it means a lot to me, man. Calm down. That's just number 5. You gotta watch One Piece. That has to be in your top 5. If you're my like cool friend and you're trying to be cool, it has to be in your top 5 at least. I'll say top 3. It has to be in your top 3, brother. Like, come on, man. It has to be in your top 3. One Piece. As far as your animes go, come on, man. And number 4, I got for as far as underrated animes go, you got Bleach. Bleach is underrated as fuck. They got like good drip. The power system, Reiatsu, spirit energy, spiritual pressure. I associate things with, Rukon district, people who are like not cool with you. You designate them 3 in your heart chakra pool, alright? People who are like, no, people who are like not like respectful of you. They don't address you by your name. Like me, you gotta address me as Young Bull, Green Angel, or Jackrabbit or Darius. You know, those are the only things you can call me. You know, none of that other stuff. If you call me all that other stuff, you're like threes and twos. I don't got love for you. You know, I still have some love for you for being a human being, being a good Christian or something, but you're like number threes. You know, you got your, Central 46. You know, that's where, you got your, your people who can, like, organize and socialize with. You know, I say that's, like, Generation X through, Y and Generation Z, like, the people born in my generation. You know, I said, yeah, that's cool. You know, they can be there and whatnot. I can socialize with cool people there. You know, I'll let some old heads in from, older generations like boomers and whatnot, but they gotta be cool with me and stuff and help niggas out and shit. Like, I have an old man in Central 46 right now that I work with. But yeah, that's like my heart chakra pool. Yeah, like label them by numbers and like your like good friends and whatnot, and like people who like want to hang out with you but don't want to. You gotta put them in like the 4 to 6 range in your heart chakra pool, and then like your really close friends are 7s, and then like your extended family is number 8, and then like number 9 is like your close family and like your partner and whatnot. That's how you balance out your heart chakra, y'all. Like, I just put you on some game off some like Bleach stuff though. Like Tetsuzamon is like cool. he held down for his captain and shit. He said, "Man, you might be a dog now, but you were always my captain." When Sajin, Komamura like used that final like move to like destroy the Stern Ritter and stuff, he was like, he had to turn back into a dog because that was the ritual, the Jinka technique. He said the wolf elder said, "Sajin, I have to eat your heart and stuff, and then after that you can become like an immortal like guy for like 15 minutes, and after that you would turn into a dog and never be a humanoid wolf man again, and you would just be a wolf for the rest of your life." And then Tetsuzamon found his captain, and he was like, "Damn, captain, you're still my captain, even though you're not like you can't use soul reaper powers anymore. You're just a dog, but you're still my captain, man. I got you." He had him in like the 7 or 8 in his heart chakra pool. He said, I'll still be there for you, Captain, even though you ain't like here no more, man." It was a good moment. People sleep on Tetsuzamon in the Bleach community, but he's a good guy. As far as like being a good character goes. and Bleach is like a really good anime. For me, for me, Bleach. I can be convinced that Bleach is better than Naruto. Like right now, hey man, I got I got Naruto ahead of Bleach. It's like Bleach number 5, and I got Naruto at number 4. But I'm like, man, if the right girl shows up and does the right things for, young Bull, Green Angel, man, I'll have that at no, I have Bleach at number 4 and Naruto at number 5. Naruto's only at number 4 for nostalgia reasons. No other reason than that, brother. I like some sword fighting animes, like I said in like the last video. But man, the Bleach is like, man, that's it, boy. That Tensuzan Getsu action is cool as fuck for me, man. I love that stuff. Getsu got Tenchu in the Hollow Mask and Hollow Mask white and all that stuff. Spiritual pressure, Getsu got Tenchos and stuff. Man, I love that stuff. People like, manga reviewers and people who analyze Bleach, I like to get in touch with anybody like that. That'd be cool, and like tell me if Bleach is in your like top 5 or not, because it's in my top 5 and I can move it up. This nigga right here can move it up like to number 4. Like, I can be convinced by a woman though. By a woman, that shit's good. But right now I hold strong for the Naruto heads out there, just due to nostalgia reasons, brothers. Nostalgia. That's the only reason it's up there at number 4 right now. But when the girl shows up, hey man, it might be number 4. Bleach might be number 4. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm sorry, but Bleach is at number 4 now, and Naruto ain't. But right now, as of right now, this video, Naruto is still number 4 and Bleach is at number 5. But have it in like, you gotta watch it and then like have it in your like top 5, and then let me know where you put it. Alright? And then another underrated anime is Fairy Tail. Man, Fairy Tail. Come on, y'all. 10 Wizard Saints. I like that stuff. You know, Fairy Tail the Guild and Natsu the Dragon Slayer. You know, people hate, you know, the fact that it's like, you know, the plot's driven by, like, you know, friendship. And, like, the power of friendship wins everything. You know, but, you know, part of that's, like, kind of true. But, you know, and then there's plot armor, too, for, like, Natsu and whatnot. But and then there's other things that people might not like about it, like every bad guy they defeat becomes a good guy after that. But, you know, I like the fairy tale women. Man, I gotta make a video about that. I'll have to rank my top 10 fairy tale ladies and give you guys a clue of, like, what kind of girls I like. You know, because, man, fairy tale got some girls in it. Fairy tale's got some girls in it. Get me a girl that likes some fairy tale and do some cosplays with me. I said, yeah, girl. That's where it's at, girl. But I'm trying to do ballet and run track and field and stuff, girl. So, you know, we got other things to do too. So calm down, you know. And I gotta make these videos for my young bulls. My young bulls, you know, fairy tale's a good one, young bull. You gotta stick to that one. Like young bull, I want you to have that in your top 5. It's in my top 6 because I had to move other things up there, like recently. But yo, young bull, you have to have that in your top 5. Like, fairy tale has to be in your top 5 if you're like a young man, like younger than me. Like, if you're like born in the 2000s, you gotta like you gotta have fairy tale in your top 5. That's on some real shit. Like from Sensei Jiraiya, I'm Sensei Jiraiya to y'all and stuff, and like Gojo Sensei too. You gotta like watch fairy tale and put it in your top 5. Like, it's that good. You know, Hiro Mashima's on his shit. He knows, like, yeah. He has other animes going on too, but Fairy Tail's like his best work. You know, Rave Masters was before Fairy Tail, but Fairy Tail was like the one that was like really good. And it still is. 100 Years Quest coming back pretty soon in like July. I'm like so hyped for that. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. And that's why but Fairy Tail's like underrated though. It went under the radar for a little bit after, like, I don't know. Like when it first came out in like 2010 or something, I started watching it as soon as it came out, and I was always been a fan ever since. But I did have to move it down one slot because of like the one I have at number 1 when I get to it. But man, Fairy Tail's good. They have some powerful techniques. Like Natsu was like, man, this nigga, man, I ain't gonna lie. He's stronger than like Gear 5 Luffy and Baryon Naruto. Like I'm the one telling y'all that. Like Natsu is like stronger than them. He's like no, he ain't universe. He's like solar system levels. Like almost of power and whatnot. Natsu Dragon, you know. And that's the main character of Fairy Tail. You gotta like watch that one though, y'all. Like, it's good. I gotta make a like top 10 list of Fairy Tail characters too. Yep. Strongest Fairy Tail characters and top 10 crushes in Fairy Tail. My female crushes who I like as far as looks go, and maybe personality. But just as far as looks go, because, hey man, Fairy Tail's a good one for you young bulls out there born in the 2000s that want to get into anime and like look at some, you know, good fights. You know, Fairy Tail's good for that, young bull. Don't listen to these older heads that say don't do it. Do it, young bull. It's cool. But hey, don't partake in that shit too much. You know, the manga is pretty good too. It's coming back though, young bull, in July this year. So I'm like ready for it. Number 2, I got Magi. Like, for me, like, I was even sleeping on Magi. I had it like at number 18 for a little bit. I was like, Magi. You know, I fall in love with that one because of For Never World. Like, I was watching him like when I was like young. I started like getting into anime hard because of For Never World back in like 2012 and whatnot. He was like not as big as he is now, but yeah, man, I liked that. He liked Magi. But like for a while, I didn't watch it. I was like, he kept bringing up Magi, Magi. I was like, he put me on to like, Bleach and even One Piece. He put me on to. He put me on to both of those big three ones back in 2012, and I was like, all right, man. And I was watching his videos and doing that, and then when I went to college, I stopped watching anime because like I didn't think anybody there would like it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do sports and whatnot and do other things. Then later on, when I was like in my like 20s, like 20, recently, man, like in the past 3 years, I started watching Magi, and I was like, damn, bro, that shit's good. I said, man, we're like the Aquarius moons. I said, man, we're like the Magi sitting here to like save the world and whatnot. Magis are like the sorcerers of creation and whatnot. They do cool shit. But they have like a king's candidate, and the king's candidate can like rule the world and get all the riches of the world. That shit was like cool to me. I was like, oh yeah, man, that shit's like cool. That's heat. That's why I got in my top 10 now. I was like, man, I'm sleeping on this shit, man. This shit's like, this shit's number 10, buddy, in my list. Like, why the fuck did I have it so low? I was like, this is crazy. Young Bull, you gotta have like Magi in like your top 10 at least. Somebody, you people out there, you gotta have, Magi in your top 10 because it's a good one. Like, got stuff on, but only because it's like not over. They should bring Magi back and let me reboot it or like start from like where the Almataran arc I think is the next arc, or is it the Co-Empire arc where they have the Co-Empire Civil War. The Magi manga. I need to read that again. I want to get some Magi mangas like hard, man. The hard copies of it. I got Magi at number 2, underrated. And number 1, I got Yu Hakusho. Man, I swear, man, people in the like anime community are on like drugs or something. Cause man, why are y'all riding that too hard? Like Yu Hakusho is way better than Hunter x Hunter, buddy. Like I'm talking to you from like Yusuke Urameshi point of view right now, brother. Like why you like you're into Gon and Killua and Karapika and Leorio. What about that Hiei and Kurama and that Kuwabara and Yusuke Urameshi though, man? I said, hey man, they're like real men. They like go into fights and they like go to bat for each other. They like to fucking fight for one another. And like really get fucking brutal for one another. Like nigga like Kuwabara took some like fucking shots for his friends and whatnot. In the dark tournament to get Yusuke like, that's my nigga right there, man. Why'd you kill him? But Kuwabara was playing jokes. He was like, man, I ain't really dead. But yeah, man, and they did knife edge death matches and stuff and like cool shit, like really like manly things in that show. And like fucking Hunter x Hunter is not like that. It's like other shit. I don't know if people put you on wrong or what. Because, for Neverworld put me on to some Yu Yu Hakusho. He's like, Yu Yu Hakusho's a good anime. But for a while, I didn't listen to him. I was like, I was riding the wave of the big three, like the more popular ones. And then, like, as I got older, I got into other animes. Like, man, I have, like, 130 animes under my belt now. But, like, back then, I didn't have them. And I was like, and then, like, 6 years ago now. Wait. Yeah, 5 years ago is when I got into Yu Yu Hakusho, and I had to slide Yu Yu Hakusho above Fairy Tail. It's at number 3, and it's in my first video. You gotta go watch it. I don't sound like I do now, but hey, man, go watch my first video. And that's my top 8. I have Yu Yu Hakusho at number 3. Go watch my first video. It's in my top 8. Yu Yu Hakusho's good. Hunter x Hunter is some garbage. It's a mid anime, brother. I have to tell Smile Bomb that like it's a mid anime, brother. I'm sorry. You like the other one, Smile Bomb. You like some Yu Yu Hakusho, but man, that other stuff is not on the same level, brother. You say your Meshi's a planet buster. He can destroy like a solar system, brother. Like, he's on the same levels as Natsu and shit, brother. Like, Natsu and Yusuke Urameshi are above Luffy and Naruto. Like, I'll be honest. You know, that's how their scaling goes. I'd like to see, like, Yusuke Urameshi versus Natsu Dragoneel, and then, like, Luffy versus Naruto currently. You know, those would be some interesting matches. But man, I'll tell you what, I'll have to say that for another video, y'all. But hey, man, that's the top 5 underrated animes, y'all. I got some other ones. Calm down, calm down. I'm coming and stuff. Calm down. I'll make another video and stuff. You alright?